This is an interview with Sarke on May 24th, 2014 at the Maryland Death Fest by Nick Perkel. Now, who am I speaking with today, and what position do you play?
I'm Sarke, I play bass.
I'm Ted, the vocalist.
Excellent. I read online that Aruagint is meant to be a pathway, gate, or door into a darker place. Are you speaking of nightmares or horrible situations in one's life?
I'm not talking about the one person, and it's not actually a dream either. It could be anything. It's when you just go from one situation, you go from a better place into a darker place. So it's mainly that you go from into a darker place. It could be anything actually.
Do you want to add anything on that, or should we continue?
Nah, it's okay. It's mainly that.
Okay, now, what is each of yours opinions on what is the darkest song on the new album?
For me, it's maybe Judah Aura. It's maybe. Yeah.
What made you pick that song?
It sounds just dark and heavy, and the lyric is also a bit dark. If you go into it.
It's a heavy song.
Okay.
We like heavy metal.
We like heavy metal.
With the song Ugly, it is the most punkish song on the new release. Who was most responsible for composing that song?
I think I have to take the blame on that one. It's just, as you say, a bit fast, punky song. Short.
Sweet.
Short, but stingy. Yeah.
In your song Skeleton Sand from the new album, that was my favorite track. When I'm listening to it, it sounds like you are going through an endless desert at night. What do you want your listeners to think of after they hear that song?
I think you said it, that when you hear that song, you make your thoughts goes, you know? You think about things. And that's...
Endless Plains, is that...
it's a bit epic. It is a bit... it has an atmosphere, a bit dark atmosphere, and that makes you think. So...
It's empty and epic like our brains.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah, something.
Strange, Pungent Odyssey has an especially sinister tone to it and speaks of escaping demons. What inspired you to write that song?
I think that one of Nocturno's favorite song on the album. It's a bit different song.
I think it has it's packing a punch, as we can say, and also, you know, the lyrics are good. I like that song very much. Yeah.
It's a straight, darker rock song, I guess.
When it came for post-production in the studio, what types of things did you say to the recording staff on what to do to get the album the way you wanted it?
It was quite easy because we have recorded all 3 albums in the same studio, and the guy I'm working with, and Nocturno and everybody, he knows what sound we are looking for. So and we don't have a pre-production thing. We just go in the studio and we just record the songs. It's no... We don't work so much with the songs in the studio. It's just to get them down on tape. So it's... And he knows. He knows, so...
Now, you record, analog, like reel-to-reel tapes?
No, not this one. It's a digital.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
It's easier. We have tried before to do it on tape the old way.
Yeah?
But it's
a lot of hassle.
Yeah, it's a lot of hassle, and if you do that, you need more cash.
Yeah.
So
Thinking back on the recording of this album, what kind of advice do you have for young musicians looking to get a real caustic and rough black metal feeling to their recording sessions?
There's no recipe for that. I think everybody is starting up with a band should just follow their own thoughts and leads. It's the only thing that works.
You have to believe in your own music. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
You don't listen to a band, we want to sound like this band, they have a great sound, and you try to copy that, because you can never be better than the original. So you have to of course you can be inspired, and that's a different thing. You can be inspired, but you have to do your own thing and believe in that thing, and maybe that will be the next thing. So yeah.
Can you describe what the modern day Oslo music scene is like for heavy metal musicians living and recording in that climate?
How should I put this in a diplomatic way?
Say it however you
want. Well, you see, it's not like the music scene in Norway isn't like everybody stick together. It's more like I don't know. That was a really difficult question.
And it's a bit that I don't know any band who lives in Oslo.
No.
They live outside of Oslo.
More like Bergen, I guess?
Just outside Oslo. But anyway, it's
Well, I guess maybe thinking about the greater Norwegian music scene as a whole.
Yeah.
Let me amend that question.
Yeah. But it's I think it is definitely
I think Norwegian bands do their own thing. They don't copy each other. A lot of other countries, all the bands sound the same. You have Dimmeborger, The Dark Throne, Mayhem, Immortal. They sound different, all of them.
Yeah, it's a good environment to be in. Definitely is. I like it. I like it there. Do you like Norway?
I like fishing in Norway.
Yeah, so you
Now, the Norwegian government helps finance music education in students around the country. What were some of the more important lessons you learned during your school years that still help you as musicians today?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing. They didn't teach us anything. So we have to figure it out ourselves. It's a bit steeper learning curve maybe, but you have to learn it someday. But when you're young and eager, you just go all in on playing the guitar or playing the drums.
I see. Now, for a concert like Maryland Death Fest, can you describe how you want the sound check to go before you perform?
The best thing is if it's no problems. You plug in and it's a sound, and then you're ready.
And what types of things do you need to have covered in order to make sure the actual performance goes perfectly?
Well, when we're here, it's we hope that the guy playing the keys can get the right power for his instrument. So we'll see. And but I think the stage sound is important. The stage sound is important, but this is usually no problem at all. It just works, and we played with some really shitty monitoring over the years, so you get used to everything. But this will be really great to play here, and I look forward to it.
Any final words?
Stay healthy, do some fishing, buy a tent.
Just buy a tent, go fishing. No, we just look forward to the gig tonight.
Yeah. Also, man, I mean, we traveled so far to play here, so when we're finally here, it's you're really eager to get going, and so this will be a good day. Yeah.
yeah, you're eager to play and get back.
Yeah.
Now it's we are looking forward to it.
This has been an interview with Sarke on May 24th, 2014 at the Maryland Death Fest by Nick Perkel.